Hey honey bunches, how are you going? It's Thursday morning and I've been for a really nice walk with Merlin this morning. The harness that he's finally grown into just makes it a dream. He's not heavy at all to walk, as in my shoulder doesn't like feel the effect after. Yeah, he's doing really well. Had a bit of a vomiting situation a couple of nights ago, which involved a 1 AM, one of the most disgusting experiences of my life, cleaning up essentially just stomach acid in his crate with no ventilation, so it was I think I'm still feeling the effects. I've needed a lot of fresh air to shed that smell and memory. The classic Labrador style, he seems to have bounced back. He's absolutely fine, and as you continue to see, he's a very snuggly boy. He started sleeping for a bit longer in general before the vomit episode thing, like an hour, 2 hours longer in the morning, thank goodness. So fingers crossed that continues, because it means we can sort of get up at the same time. Hooray! I was reading up the other day about when it's reasonable to expect your dog to sleep too, and he does sleep like 10 hours a night. It's just that he will start sleeping after his dinner at like 6 PM, so not quite our sleeping hours are in sync. And I can't remember the name of the dogs, but those white pom-pom cloud dogs, which are actually herding dogs, they only sleep like 4 hours during the day. They don't sleep much at all, and it's common for them to get up at like 4 or 2 AM. I'm sure they adapt to whatever lifestyle they're sort of brought up with, but definitely grateful for Merlin's sleepy disposition. I don't think I'm the only one who gets a bit more purchasey in autumn winter. I have with clothes, and I know I will with books, but I'm making a very disciplined, concerted effort to get through my to read section before I finally spend the voucher I have from my birthday last year. Something about the burrowing down hibernation-y time of year. But yeah, I bought a humidifier diffuser to try and help with skin and my nose, and also so my skin doesn't get so dry, and just especially in this room when I'm sitting here working for a couple of hours, it can get a bit itchy. So that's an experiment. They're not cheap, and I'm a bit annoyed that the one I got is so cheap looking, but I have a cute mood light and it's doing its job. I just did some emails and admin stuff. Speaking of books, if all goes well, I just signed up to be like a Booktopia affiliate, which is quite cool, but obviously buying from independent local bookshops is something I totally support and encourage. But as an Australian very well stocked online bookseller, I find they are good for books published overseas that are never going to be stocked in little independent bookstores close to me, and often take a couple of months to get in, which I realise doesn't make any sense, but that has been my experience a couple of times. My exorbitant number of borage and calendula seedlings that I sowed, shitty soil appropriate plants and bee attracting, are well and truly ready to be planted out, so that's what I'm going to go do. I think there's like 120 seedlings to plant out. Eek. It's a bit of a chilly day. I have a psych appointment later, and then tomorrow I plan to film a bit of a outfitty new wardrobe-y type video and do a bunch of cooking. Lots of cozy homey stuff to be viewed. I hope you enjoy the video. She's sunny. I just got out of therapy and now I'm really hungry. The book I picked up at the library beforehand was Aquicorn Cove. Meant to be a cute, lovely environment themed, I think. Graphic novel. and I was so tempted by so many other things, but I'm really being restrained so I can have a bit of a clean slate, because my TBR list in physical form on my bookshelf is a little out of control. Oh, okay, my tender heart and I are gonna go get some food. Hey Merlin. That was actually quite nice, except really overpriced. Makes sushi look really good, but it's nice to have access to food I can have. While I was driving about, I was listening to the audiobook of Unorthodox by Deborah Fieldman, the memoir that the Netflix series Unorthodox is based on, and wow. I started listening to it earlier in the week, and when I was driving to my horticulture class, I drive through a Hasidic Jewish community, and I don't like the word surreal, it's overused, I don't even think that's the right word. It was bizarre to be like exhibit A through Z are all right there. I don't want to feel ill towards them at all, but it's really hard not to be infuriated by many of the things she mentions. The lack of agency and education women have, especially in that community, the sort of monthly practices around menstruation where you have to take, I don't know if this is the case everywhere, but she described having to take your dirty, bloodied napkins to the rabbi and then show him 7 clean ones afterwards, and then menstruating is deemed over and your husband can touch you, and the expectations around sex and marriage when there's been no education or sort of awareness of seeing their bodies as potentially sexual beings, you know. But the things that stood out on the times that I was going up and down this street were like early evening, the older siblings or the older girls taking younger siblings in prams for a walk, and also Deborah describes how even the latest trends are sort of incorporated into the modest clothing choices, and yeah, a lot of them had sort of designer sneakers or, you know, really trendy New Balances or Nikes, which I had never noticed before. And then when I was coming back at like 9:30, there's no women out at all, just lots of little boys on scooters coming back from prayers. I don't know, unique, that's the word. A very unique experience reading a memoir into that world when you sort of catch glimpses of it, and probably most wouldn't, but I highly recommend it. It's very different to the Netflix series in that I'm getting the sense with an hour to go that finishes with her escaping, not that happening within like the first episode or two. It's all about like her upbringing, marriage, and having a son. I really recommend it. Merlin has just been picked up for his walk, so I'm going to try and film this video in which I try on a heck ton of new additions to my wardrobe. Will I be able to look candid and cool? I doubt it, but I found some groovy music for it and could be fun, a bit different, something I want to do, even though it's a bit off topic. I just do wish that YouTube shoved the analytics in your face less. Anyway, before I begin, do we like the cute new mug I found at an op shop? It's like, if this was a puzzle, it would be one of my favourite puzzles because I love puzzles with animals, and fun fact, it's an RSPCA mug. How cute. might need to go and eat and drink some stuff.
Just a road you got to travel. Time is all you really got to lose.
That was such a good cooking sesh. Dinner is going to be so good. We're talking 3 like new fave recipes. I'm so content. This is such a nice Friday evening because concentrated successful sessions in the kitchen are just not as normal or frequent these days. I finished Deborah Fieldman's memoir Unorthodox and wowee, it's so good. So much food for thought, but I was so in the zone just now. Like I was having all sorts of random thoughts about the vegan community because there are a couple of people I know that have like retired from their food blogs. Why did I do that facial expression? They're totally entitled to do that. Or people like leaving Instagram sparked some reflection on like vegan blogging and social media. A topic maybe for a big chat another day. And I was thinking about the self-sexualization in YouTube thumbnails. Thumbnails are a complete enigma to me. Like, it's a total judge by the book cover. Judge a video by its thumbnail type situation. But even when I do things that are slightly on trend, there's a technique that I used early on YouTube which did seem to work. I don't know, the algorithm is so unpredictable. I feel like I've got a handle on it. Not that I really want to get a handle on it, but sometimes, well, you want the thumbnail to work in your favour. Ew, Hunger Games quote. Anyway, as I opened up all the doors and windows, I was getting breathless again, so Mum's gone to walk Merlin and I'm gonna watch a Friends episode to chill before dinner. It's so nice having everything ready for dinner at 5 o'clock and just have an hour of thinking about the weekend, planning, chilling out. Very content. Thank you for watching, honey bunches. Can't believe it's already the 7th of May. For goodness sake. I think I'm going to do a bit of a stock take of where I'm at with projects and see how realistic those deadlines are looking. Just check in and do some stretching. A slow, calm, good evening. Thank you for watching, honey bunches. I hope this was a little bit soothing for your soul. Would love to hear from you in the comments. Never any obligation to, but it's quite a one-sided platform and I love hearing from you. So YouTube doesn't feel like a bunch of digits. Sweet dreams or have a good day. Bye.